All right, welcome back to JonesyCast. I'm Jonesy. This is the cast. Please like and subscribe if you would like to subscribe. If not, that's cool too. Hey, we're back on relationship advice with user throwaway 10302000Z 13 minutes ago. How to break up with someone who is on the verge of suicide. I simply do not love him anymore, but still care for him. He has said many times how he's going to kill himself because no one cares about him, and how saying he loves me to the point of insanity. I'm scared to break it to him due to his mental state, and have just been trying to hint at it. Everyone I've talked with said to be blunt, but knowing him, it will make things worse. Okay. I don't know how old you are, but if you are both adults, that is a good thing. I'm 34, and I have seen since the age of 14, like legit, I've seen dudes threaten to kill themselves if a chick breaks up with them. Now, some of them have tried it, and one of them did it. Okay, when I was 25, no, I was 24. My mate who was 25, she broke up with the boyfriend, and he necked himself. And that was hard on her because she took it upon herself. She took that burden upon herself. And she did it even while everyone around her was telling her that it wasn't her fault. And they were right. It was not her fault. It was his fault. What he did was he ran away. He tried to escape. Now, I don't blame him. You know, the man was going through some pain. But the truth is, he should not have put that burden on her. He should not have done that. Because what he did was that he left her for the rest of her life. She will never forget that, right? I mean, she's probably not thinking about it right now. But every now and then, the thought will come into her head. Here's what I would say to you. Whether or not he's an adult or a youth is irrelevant in this case. You need to reference somehow someone else to help him, whether it's a mental health service, whether it's calling the police and asking what their protocol is on suicide watch. You need to have a couple of friends around you or adults around you that, you know, have had a couple of hard knocks and that have your best interests at heart. Because what that means is that whatever happens, you will have people around you to support you when you are, after you break up with him, if that's what you want to do. Look, it's a hard decision. I mean, the problem is that, I'm just going to tell you the truth here. Females have a tendency to try suicide more often. Males have a tendency to be more effective, right? Because males use lethal force. They don't dance around. They just do it. I've seen a lot of guys threaten to kill themselves. Most of them didn't do it. I mean, you know, because what happened was they broke up with their girl, or their girl broke up with them, and then they realized that they're okay. You know, what this is emotional blackmail. And the problem is that you are in a position where he has put the burden of his suicide onto you, right? So what he's done is he's given you an ultimatum, and he said, if you do this, I'll do this. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, well, I'm doing this. You're a grown-ass adult. You make your own decisions. I will not let you blackmail me. I will not have you guilt me. That behavior is completely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And I think that you have, and the reason I say it's unacceptable is not because I think he's being a little bitch. I don't. He obviously has his issues, but he needs to sort them out. He needs to go to a psychologist or a counselor, or go to a sports group and hang out. He needs to exercise. He needs to eat better. He needs to do the things that make his mental health better, instead of just putting the burden onto you. Okay. If I was in your position, I would get friends around me that you trust, that can help you. And I would try to, if you can, refer him to mental health services. Because if you try to refer him to mental health services, or, you know, if, for example, refer him to the books of Jordan Peterson and his psychological analysis, and see if that works. If you do all that and he still refuses to engage, he's being a child. Right? He's just trying to get what he wants and using emotional blackmail because of it. Now, that could be because he was emotionally blackmailed as a child. It could be that he saw his mum and dad do that. It could be that he saw other guys do that, and it worked for those relationships for the guy, but not for the girl. Right? The truth is that if he's going to kill himself, he's going to kill himself. I don't like saying that, but the truth is, if someone's going to do something, they're going to do something. And there's nothing I can do about it, especially if they're emotionally blackmailing me. Now, you've said you do not love him anymore, but you still care for him. That is a genuine and normal position for someone in your position to have, right? But because you do not love him, you can't stay with him because you're doing yourself damage, right? You're doing yourself damage not by telling a lie, but by living a lie, right? Now you say, I'm scared to break it to him due to his mental state, and I've just been trying to hint it at everyone. Hint at it. Everyone I talked to said be blunt, but knowing him, it will make things worse. I mean, at some point, you're going to have to break the egg. And so what you can do, for example, is you can go out to breakfast with him in a public place, and you can tell him in that environment, right? You don't have to tell him on a Friday night when he's drunk and, he's got the keys to the car. A lot of this is about context and situation. So if you go out for a breakfast with him on a Wednesday morning and then you tell him there, you can then call his best mate and let his best mate know that it's happened, and for his best mate to call him. You can call his parents and tell them that this is what's happened. He's threatened to kill himself. I just broke up with him. Please check in on him. Okay. It's not just black and white. I do it or I don't. It's very gray in how do I do it? When do I do it? With who do I do it? Why do I do it? What do I do? There's so many questions around it. So you can make a plan to, either soften the blow or harden the blow, but I would not be in your position held hostage by someone else's insecurities. You're in a dark place right now, but the future is bright for you. And I hope that, even though I'm just some guy on the internet, I hope that this video has helped. Good luck.